Psalms 34. Taste and see the Lord is good. For David, when he changed his countenance before Achimelech, and a countenance was what, a changing of the face, right? A a person's face or facial expression. So probably his son here has done something. Uh, we have to go back to the first Psalms. It says there to find out what his Achimelech has done. But we know, I believe this was the son that was the wicked one. Um, so Achimelech, he probably had changed the love and admire he had towards his son to now disgust. Is what I'm thinking. But we'll find out. Hold on. Whom uh, dismissed him. Yep. And he went his way. I will bless the Lord at all times. His praise shall be always in my mouth. And the Lord shall my soul be praised. Let the meek hear and rejoice. O magnify the Lord with me, and let us exalt his name together. We know his name is extremely important. Oh, that personal relationship, right? I sought the Lord, and he heard me, and he delivered me from all my troubles. Come ye to him, and be enlightened, and your face shall be, and your faces shall not be confounded. The poor man cried, and the Lord heard him, and saved him out of all his troubles. Remember, we're supposed to take care of the poor, and we're supposed to take care of the poor, the weak, and the fatherless child, along with any widows, as far as helping to make sure that they're taken care of. There shouldn't be an issue like there is in Florida, where a pastor is getting arrested because he's feeding homeless people, or in South Carolina. What was it, in Greenville, South Carolina? There was that whole thing where they were kicking homeless people off the street by putting them in camps, or finding a way to remove them, because they said that the homeless people brought down the value of the city. The arrogance. The angel of the Lord shall encompass all about them that fear him, and shall deliver them. Look, my sister was telling me this story, right? Um, we were talking about, putting the name of the Creator over the beds and doors of all the rooms of our houses, of our house, her house and my house, but putting him over the door, so when people come in or go out, you see his name over the windows, just because of the spirits and stuff like that. I believe they're real. I believe I've had enough ghost encounters, or in the homes I've rented, where I'm like, yo, this stuff is real. It's not a joke, and they're hard to get rid of. So I take that stuff serious. My sister did too, and she did it at her house, and she bought some of the headbands from Lex Will, and she was telling me a story about a girlfriend of hers who she's been trying to talk to get her to turn her life around, as far as being on ours with us, going back to the Creator. This girl, you could tell she listens to my sister, to what she has to say, but she's not practicing what my sister's told her, because she'll still practice, you know, um, voodoo and things like that. My sister's told her those altars and all the things she does is wrong. So she'll take them from the front of her house and put them in a bedroom. So when my sister comes over, she won't see them. But my sister knows they're there. She's not dumb. So one night, this girl wanted my sister to come over to her house. And my sister just didn't feel right about it. She's like, no, no, no. But her husband's like, let's just make sure she's okay. And they went over just to check on her, make sure this girl was all right. And so my sister, she put on her headband. She's over there. This girl's just going off about what's going on with her life. And my sister told me she kept thinking, I want to get out of here. And she kept thinking, hiya, hiya, right? And after she left, the girl that she just got done speaking to calls my sister's mom. And she tells her that my sister tried to kill her. So obviously, so her mom's gonna call over. I want to know what did she just try to do, you know? And she's like, "Yeah, I didn't do anything. My husband was there with me. He could tell you we didn't do anything, right?" But this girl is serious that she tried to kill her, you know. And finally, my sister confronted her about it, and come to find out, this girl saying, "Your God tried to kill me." um, and we just had a night, just almost like an hour or two, just talking about it, and just that, like, knowing that what she was thinking was his name, and what she was wearing on her forehead was his name. And this girl came away saying her God is trying to kill her, or maybe her God sent an angel, like here in verse 7, to protect her. Because my sister, like she said from the start, she didn't want to go over there. But her and her husband are good people. They check up on people. They want to reach out if they can. I mean, they're, I don't want to go into it, but they struggle, and they still try to find a way to help everybody. Um, oh, taste and see that the Lord is sweet. Blessed is the man help that hopes in him. So there, how sweet is that? That the Creator protected her, and she didn't even know, like she didn't get to see what this girl was seeing. Like, this girl was afraid that the Creator was, or whatever it was that was there, was trying to kill her. I don't know why she said kill her, but I mean, my sister and I looked at it. She was being protected from her. My sister was being protected from this girl and what she practices. Fear the Lord, all ye his saints, for there is no want in him that fear him. You fear the Lord, you follow his commandments, you follow his ordinance, his statutes, and we know he'll take care of us. We might not see how he's going to take care of us, but he'll take care of us. The rich man have wanted, and he suffered hunger. But they that seek the Lord shall not be deprived of any good. Let's see here. Come, children, hearken to me. I will teach you the fear of the Lord. What is the fear of the Lord? The fear of the Lord is the beginning of wisdom. Who is the man that does? Hold on here. Hold on, guys. Who is the man that desire life? Who liveth to see good days? Keep thy tongue from evil, and thy lips from speaking gall or gal. Turn away from evil and do good. Seek after peace and pursue it. The eyes of the Lord are upon the just, and his ears unto every prayer, unto their prayers. Wow, I'm messing up. But the countenance of the Lord is against them that do evil things, to cut off the remnant of them from the earth. So the Lord's face is angry and is disgusted towards them, all those who are doing wicked, and especially those that are trying to remove the Creator's remnant that He has left here on earth. That's why I see verse 7 there, or 17. The just cry, and the Lord hears them and delivers them out of all their troubles. So, you always hear people try to make this seem like the Creator is not real because he's not he's not a jinn, he's not a genie that you just as soon as I ask for help, bam, all the troubles go away. And since he's not doing that, since he doesn't do that, then he must not be real. I mean, it's a poor way to view things, but uh, I understand that at times, and I've learned this from Lex, um, when you're asking for something, a lot of times you already have what you're looking for. You just haven't exhausted all of your effort to seek it. See what I'm saying? Like I learned a long time ago, I'd have these questions and I would, hey Lex, what do you think about this? Hey Lex, what do you think about that? And I learned after a while, I can figure this stuff out. I just have to try and try harder and just think differently. The Lord is nigh unto them that are of a uh, contrite heart, and He will save the humble of spirit. How do you humble your spirit? Fasting, fasting, and praying. But will humble your spirit. Many are the afflictions of the just. So right there, the just are going to go through problems. You're going to live upright, and you're still going to get beat down constantly. Many are the afflictions of the just, but out of them all will the Lord deliver them. But out of all your problems, you keep looking for the Creator. You keep looking for the Most High, and He's going to solve it. He's going to fix it. He won't let you sit there forever in trouble. And we don't know how long forever is. I mean, look at the examples we have. Joseph, right? How long did he serve in prison for something he never did? 7 years, right? So there's no timetable on when he will finally solve the problem. But think about what he did. He, instead of becoming angry and bitter, which is probably the hardest thing to do when you're sitting and you're innocent, and especially in prison, he never lost his faith in the Creator somehow. And he was rewarded when it was all said and done. His children were his, wow. The Lord keepeth all their bones, not one of them shall be broken. And I don't know why, but that just reminds me of the prophecy of the valley of the dry bones. The death of the wicked is very evil, and they that hate the just shall be guilty. Hate is strong, though. I always try to remind myself, don't fall for any of that stuff. If it sounds like hate, stay away from it. Because you just don't want to get caught up in it. Hate is strong. I mean, look at Star Wars, right? It's all about how strong hate is in someone else's point of view. The Lord will redeem the souls of him. Oh, I'm sorry. Let's start over. The Lord will redeem the souls of his servants. Servants, who are those? I believe the servants are Judah, right? That's what I believe, because if I remember correctly, Lex taught us Judah are the servants. Israel are the elect. And none of them that trust in him shall offend. Now, that last part, the redeeming of the souls of his servants. I look at verses like that and I wonder, because when I was growing up, I went to one of those Christian camps over the summer and did the whole Lord's Prayer, and I felt something leave. That when they talk about that weight being lifted off you, I felt that leave. And at first I thought it was a good thing, but as years went by, I started questioning, what was it that left? What part of me did I surrender to Jesus? And I wonder if it's the soul. I wonder if it's the soul that I was that I gave away, thinking I was doing the right thing. I wonder if the Lord's Prayer is I know people don't like to use, but a verbal contract. And that's why he's going to redeem them in the end if you've lost it. I just question that stuff, because I've always wondered, how do you get back your soul? I read that book, what's that book called? The Loss of a Soul. And it made me just wonder, how do you get it back? Okay, so 2 Corinthians 6 and 14, Deuteronomy 28 and 48, and Deuteronomy 28 and 14. We'll look those up. Bear not the yoke of unbelievers? For what participation hath the just with the unjust, or what fellowship hath the light with darkness? Now you can see that verse. I can see that verse because look at all the images of everybody else. There was two images of Negro people, or people with Afro hair, Afro, and that could grow an Afro and had the thick lips, and you know, and everybody else seemed to be of a Caucasian stock, right? And you seen the one where they had the Moor's head on a sword, bleeding, showing that they cut it off, and it could be their way of, don't yoke yourself with them. But I remember what the phrase was, that it was they were supposed to keep the yoke upon them. So we'll look at the other ones here.